Hey, family. One moment. Hey, good evening. Hey, family and friends. Toda Robai. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a day, woo, that we haven't seen, and we want to thank the Most High for everything He does for us. Come on, turn with me to the east and pray with me. Beyond your holy name, I come before you this day to say thank you for another day's journey. Thank you for looking beyond my faults and seeing my needs. Thank you for having mercy on a little wretch like me. I come before you this day to ask that you would word my mouth. Give me what to say and how to say it. Bless the reading of the word. And I ask that you would touch somebody, heal somebody, bring understanding, open up their eyes and ears, spiritual eyes and ears. Abba, Yah, in your mighty name, I ask for miracles, miracles for Mother Earth, miracles for the air we breathe, miracles for the food we eat, miracles for the water we drink, miracles for our home, that no fire break out, no thief break in, no floods, no, excuse me, no gases. Abba Yah, in your holy name, I ask that you would please, miracles in the jailhouses, miracles in the hospitals, miracles in the courtrooms, miracles in Washington, D.C., miracles everywhere, miracles in the streets, miracles, Yahweh, on the water, miracles in the air, protecting your sons and daughters and even the earthlings. I'm asking in your mighty name, please bless my throat. Bless my throat today. Please, Abba, heal my throat. In your mighty name, let there not be anything going on. If it is, I ask that you would handle it and take care of it. Bless all first responders that really truly fear you and really truly is in it for to take care of the sick and not just for the lining of their pockets. I'm asking in your mighty name, Father. There is nobody else but you. Please, please bless Israel. Help Israel. Please guide them into the truth. We have been deceived all these years. Yahweh, please bless them. I know only a remnant is going to make it, but I'm asking you, direct your sons and daughters to truth because they have been deceived all these years. In your holy name, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. David said that Yahweh is my shepherd and I shall not want. In thy holy name, Selah. Mm, mm. Excuse me. Brothers and sisters, please bear with me. I'm asking you all to please pray with me. Mm. If you get an opportunity to family, friends in Israel, y'all come and chat with me. Ask questions, say hello. Say hello and just come in and speak with me. I want to thank the Most High for everything He's doing, everything He's getting ready to do. I had an opportunity not long ago to speak with a brother who is a Christian but don't know that he is a Hebrew Israelite. And we have been deceived all these years. We're holding on to a lie. And it's sad because the Most High said only a remnant is going to make it. So now I understand why he say that, because truth is getting out there, but they have lied and deceived Israel all these many years, and they got this lie stuck in their heart. I want to thank the Most High for blessing me to be chosen, where He opened up my eyes, opened up my ears to truth, and I don't have to fall down anymore and bow down to Baal or to Satan's lies anymore. It's so many of Israel, when they do start coming into the truth, all of these dictators and leaders and mores and rabbis, because you got a lot of them that's still preaching and teaching JC, who is Jesus Christ. And a lot of them still holding on to the lie when he said, I am a jealous God. What part of that we as human beings, we who are Israel, who are still holding on to something that was beaten to our ancestors and passed on down through all these years to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that was us. Because you got to remember now, years ago, I was a Christian. I was hooked up in it until my eyes came open to the truth. I mean, it just didn't gradually come open. It took some years because I was fighting it too. I thought I was in the real thing. But when he said, I am a jealous God, and besides me, there is no other. What part of that we as human beings don't understand when he said, besides me, there is no other? What are we missing? And then I break it down to you in Isaiah 43 and 44, where he says, there is no other God besides me. I'm the only one coming back for you. I'm your redeemer. I'm your savior. What part are we missing? We got a God that's telling us that there's nobody else but him. Israel has been worshiping and praising all these years the wrong deity. We've been baptized in a lie. He showed it to me in a dream that we were being baptized in debt, a water debt. Then when it comes to communion, there is no New Testament right now. Drinking blood That's supposed to be wine and grape uh what is it? Uh, Grape juice, and we say that that's his blood and a cracker for his body. Not true. The cracker is cannibalism, and the juice, which is supposed to be the blood, is a lie. It's not real. But I know down through the years, Yahweh raising up sons and daughters like me to teach and tell you all the truth. It's hard to break away a lie when you in there with other brothers and sisters that you all have become friends with, go to their house, have dinner, commune with them. Because I used to do it. Used to sup with them, help them cook, and sit and break bread with them. We discussed the word with them. Used to do all of that until my eyes came open. How long will this lie stand? It's not meant for everybody to make it. He said only a remnant is going to make it. Everybody not chosen. But there are 12 tribes of Israel, 12 tribes of us. And it's only going to be a remnant getting on these ships, planes, boats, cruise ships to exodus up out of here. All down through the years, we've been hearing about an exodus. They made movies about it. They even got Charleston Heston playing as Moses. I got a book in the room where they using Charleston Heston for Moses. And I'm like, how they gonna take an actor and put him in a book and say he Moses? Those are characters playing the characters of the real Hebrew Israelites. And those are not them. They're only actors playing our part. If only you all would pray and ask the Most High to reveal it to you. Because some things come by praying and fasting. And this devil, Yahweh gonna burn him up. Let me show you something. Because what I wanted to talk about today was marriage and family. But I want to show you this. Don't forget to get your pen and paper and your history book. Go with me to Malachi. Please forgive my voice, but I've been working on it, trying to work on it. Drinking tea. And eating some mints. Turn with me to Malachi. Malachi 4th chapter. And go with me. We're going to start at the first verse. And I'm going to ask my brothers and sisters and family and friends and earthlings, please forgive my voice. I'm going to try very hard to make this clear. Friday, I was trying my best to make things clear, but my voice was going in another direction. So I'm asking you and you and you, those of you, you get an opportunity. Please pray much for me. Pray for your sister. All right, it go like this. For behold, the days coming that shall burn as an oven. Well, as you look at today and listening to the news, it's a little bit burning now as an oven in certain states, certain countries. And Yahweh is doing this. This is only the tip of the iceberg. The floods, the tornadoes, the earthquakes. Did y'all see the earthquake that just happened a few days ago? Yahweh is not playing. You all want to continue in your mess. Israel is out there being a wild ass. And nobody want to believe in truth. And they rather continue to believe the lie. I did it for years until Yahweh started dealing with me in dreams and visions. And then waking me up, giving me Bible verses to read, and then having me to break it down in dictionaries, university dictionaries, and then in encyclopedias. I don't have to do that anymore. I can just go to my Android and do it. The things that I was taught and the things that was shown to me, I couldn't do anything but cry and praise the Most High for his truth. Then the books that I received, the Old Testament pseudepigrapha, volume 1 and 2. Now, pseudepigrapha means false writings, but it had a lot of truth in there than false writings. Just like this book, the King James, who is gay. And when you ask questions, would Yahweh or the God of Israel have a gay man to write his word when he said the word was supposed to have been written by inspired men, by God? Something isn't right with that. And some of these writings, they couldn't mix. They couldn't mix it. Even though they have mixed a lot of things in here to cause a lot of confusion. But all of this was done through that cherub who caused Eve in the garden to touch that tree, which God said, don't touch. The day you touch it, you will surely die, because it was mixed with knowledge, good and evil. What do we have in the world? We have scientists, good scientists, and we have bad scientists who are mixing good and evil. Yahweh looked down on us. He see everything, but everything has an ending date. Even we expire. Nobody know the day, the time, or the hour. All of this is designed by God because Adam and Eve failed their test. He tests us. We are his chosen beings. Just like in school, you study to pass a test. And that test, more tests you pass, the more you're being elevated. It doesn't matter because you've chosen that you're not going to be tested. You're not just tested by Yahweh, but you're tested by this evil spirit. Want to try to pull you back into the world, which you know in your heart that all the things that Yahweh has done for you and for me, I could never return back, knowing what I know. And it's sad, I was talking to a young man today, not long ago, and I was trying to tell him some things, and he kept hitting me with question after question. And as I was trying to answer him, he wouldn't let me answer. I would start to answer him, and before I could get into the meat of the answer, he hit me with another question. And I said, "Sir, you asked me a question, but you won't let me answer it. And by the time when I get ready to answer it, you hit me with another question." So I tell you what, go to Exodus, if you get a Bible at home, go to Exodus 4:22 and read that, where it says, "Go to Pharaoh and say to Pharaoh that Israel is my firstborn." And then I said, go to Jeremiah 31:9, where he's proclaiming that he is the father of Israel. You don't read that in the gospel. Why would Yahweh need two firstborn sons? You know, it's really sad that they beat our ancestors into believing a lie, making us believe in a lie. They force our ancestors to be preachers and prophets, and they had Europeans sitting up in the church watching them as they preach truth with lies. But they never would let our ancestors keep the duties and the law of our Yahweh, of our elder, of our Elohim, of our supreme being. And they beat them and made them force this lie on our elders. And all down through the years, from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation, we believed in a fictional, unknown character who they made movies out of and said that this is the Son of God. They just had Easter, but let me tell you what Yahweh did. He made it rain hard so they couldn't walk through the streets with this fictional character carrying a cross on it to portray the lie that they made up. Yahweh made it rain and it's dark, and it went into a storm. It stormed just about all that day yesterday. I said, thank you, Yahweh. Thank you for not letting them portray that lie. We got to wake up. But a lot of people's all down through the years, they was raised up in it, and they don't want to let it go because they say, I was raised up in it. I was born with it. And my mama and daddy now, they took us to church. And that's all we know. And I ain't departing from it. All right. But as long as the supreme being know your heart, you done got old and up in age. So naturally you rooted in it, in a lie. But because Yahweh got somebody else in the family that know the truth and praying for you, He gonna forgive you. He gonna spare you. All it takes is one somebody. One somebody. And because of that one somebody, even though we not perfect, but we pray to Him. He looked beyond our faults and see our needs. He have mercy on us, and he already told you. He gonna forgive us as long as we pray and ask him to forgive us of our sins. That's why I prayed that prayer and said, Yahweh, please have mercy and forgive me. I'm putting it out there on the ether way. Forgive my family, name by name and one by one, because they don't know. They've been blinded by the lie, and they don't want to let this lie go. But I thank you for saving me. I thank you for choosing me. But whatever it is you want me to do, by your grace and by your power, by you giving me courage and strength, I bow down to you and I'll do whatever you ask me to do. Only thing I ask is just one thing. You reveal it to me and let me know that it's really and truly of you, because Satan try to come in and be a deceiver, try to replace you and make me believe that it's you, but it's really him. So I'm asking you, please don't let this demon deceive me. Loose the holy angels, the holy Melachins, the righteous Melachins, that they would protect me and watch over me, guide me and my family, and the 12 tribes of Israel, and the holy Melachins, along with the earthlings. I'm talking about the earthlings that love you, the earthlings that don't want to be deceived, the ones that's been helping your children's all down through sin, helping them in justice, helping them to get out of this jail, helping them in medical bills, helping them in the hospital. Righteous doctors, doctors that's not in it for the money, but they in it for the healing of your peoples, and they scared of you. That's what I'm talking about. There's so many doctors that's in it for money's sake, and they not in it for righteous sake and for being fearful of you, Yahweh. But I want to commend all of those doctors that love you and fear you and really in it for the saving of your people, of the earthlings as well. So I come before God today to ask you to please, Yahweh, continue to open up eyes and ears, spiritual eyes and spiritual ears. I read it that it was you who closed the eyes, closed the ears. And then I turned around and read it that you are the one that's going to open up the eyes and ears of the sons and daughters. I read that. But they got so many of us deceived. They even had me deceived. I honestly thought I was worshiping and praising you, lifting you up, bowing down to you, prophesizing in your name. But my heart, when I found out it wasn't you, how sorrowful I was. I bowed down and cried out to you, asked for divine forgiveness, because I honestly thought I was praying to my higher being, the God of the universe, the God who never slumber nor sleep. I thought it was you, Yahweh, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, name changed to Israel. Yahweh name is Israel. And I thought I was praying to him when I found out I wasn't praying to him. And I became sick and sorrowful because I was lied to all down through these years that I was praying to the wrong deity. To that sister and brother who just came back, didn't give me an opportunity to speak to them or say hi to them. Chodai Robot, thank you so much for coming back, waving, saying hi. Thank you. Didn't get a chance to catch your name. All right. We're in Malachi, the 4th chapter, where it says, "For behold, the days coming that shall burn as an oven." It's doing it now, but it's just a taste. It's just a tip of the iceberg. When Israel is exodus up out of here, and we leaving on these ships, planes, boats, going to the south part of Spain, we got to exodus and get up out of here. That's when Yahweh gonna build up the bones of Israel, who will be the army of Israel to fight the battle. Then Yahweh moving us out the way, that's when the revenge is gonna come. Then you see the 10 Commandments, when Yahweh split the water, had a fire rolling around with Pharaoh and his army. He stopped them from chasing them. And when Israel walked through the water, where the land, the water, where the water was, the land was dry. And they hurried up and marched up on that other part of the land. And then Yahweh released the fire so Pharaoh's army could chase them through the water. And as they being chased through the water, Israel hurried up and made it up on another part of the dry land. And as Pharaoh's army got into the middle of that dry land, which was the sea, he released the sea on them and killed them. All you got to do is go back and read it. It's in Exodus. And it's been telling Pharaoh all this time with them 12 plagues. But y'all hardened his heart. But he wouldn't let him go. And then finally, the firstborn of Pharaoh and all of his army, the citizens of Egypt, he cursed his own land, killed off all the firstborn, whether it be animals or the human beings. Brothers and sisters, you all read, but you don't believe. People tell you, like myself, and you don't believe me. I don't know how much I can say when I'm reading it to you out of this book. A book mixed. This book is mixed with truth and lies. And they beat it over our heads all down through the years. But I thank the Most High for bringing me out of the lie. Truth mixed with lies. And it says, and all the proud, there's so many proud peoples out there who are arrogant because they rich, middle class, look down on the unfavorable, look down on the poor, look down on those who don't have what they have. But that's okay. But they still have an opportunity to repent. Even those who caught up in gayism, bisexual, sodomy, they have an opportunity to repent. Beg the Most High to forgive them, to change their evil heart, and and to come back to the Most High. But a lot of people, they caught up in their sin, and they don't think that the Most High will forgive them. I met a guy. He was he was wearing women clothes. He hadn't had his organ changed yet, but this years ago. I don't know if he have now. But he told me, he said, God not gonna forgive me. And inside of me, I feel like a woman. And many of the women who be carrying these babies, they be craving for daughters when they carrying sons. And the body, which is a spiritual being, try to give that parent, what they are um, requesting or wanting, and the body try to give it to them, and they give them that female spirit in their son. And when they baby come out, it looks like a boy, acting like a boy until it start growing up and developing. And you see the little girl that you've been craving for all these years into that baby. Your desire in your son. And if it's not in your son, then your desire is in your daughter, because you want a son in your daughter and you craving for a son, but you're carrying a daughter. And that spirit is a strong spirit, because the body try to give you what your desire is. It gives you what you want. And then as you see your son change as he growing up to a woman, or as you see your son, your daughter changing to a male, all because your desire is coming to pass, but it's coming to pass in a child that is the wrong child. And you did this through a strong desire, praying, wanting a son, but you're carrying a daughter, wanting a daughter, but you're carrying a son. You see that? Or did I say that right? You're carrying a son, but getting a daughter in your son. You carrying a daughter and wanting a son, and getting a son through your daughter. So I'm trying to make it clear. He said, and all the proud, you and all that do wickedly. I hope y'all hearing me. Because that's one thing I refuse to do and don't want to do, is lie to you, try to deceive you. My life is in the hands of the Most High. When I was a little girl, a baby, I don't know how young I was, but I used to have dreams of these great big hands. And I was in the middle of these hands. I didn't know until I grew up and started asking questions about these dreams. And my cousin used to tell me, these are hands of God, and he got you. I was in God's hand. Even up to date now, he got me in his hand. They used to sing a song that he got me in the palm of his hand. The whole world is in his hands. So he got me. And that's one thing I would not do, is lie to you, Israel. I'm a changed woman. Years ago, I was doing the same thing some of these wild asses is out there doing. All because I was following in behind other wild asses. But I have a changed life now. Not the same. Yes, through power, Yahweh's power. Through his strength, Yahweh's strength. I'm changed. I'm stronger. I used to be quiet. I used to let people walk over me and run over me. Not no more. You're not going to do it. My power is in Yahweh. His power, because I am chosen. I am favored by the Most High. That's why I said, in the Bible it says, touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Whatever you set up and whatever you do, I have a vengeful God. Everything that you do and throw towards me, you might cause me a few heartaches. You may cause me to go through a few little sickness. But after all of this, I'm going to pass my tests. Yes. And guess what's going to happen to you? He'll move me out the way. Karma don't take years anymore. No, it don't, brothers and sisters. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of Yahweh. I'm a child of Ash. I am that I am. I am He. I do not live a religious life. I live a life that is a way of life. My life is totally different from your life, where you can do any and everything, even on the Sabbath day. And I tell you, the Sabbath day is sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. And you want to do any and everything. You all don't even want to keep yourself. Sisters, that organ that's in between your leg, Yahweh called that a fruit. And you just go give your fruit away. You don't even wait no more. You see somebody that's handsome and cute, and you can't wait to go out with him and let him buy you a few drinks and a dinner, and you feel because he did that, you supposed to give away your fruit. But y'all call it a cookie or an apple now. Go back, read the word to see what he called it. It's a fruit. All right. He said, and all the proud, yes, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up. Why you think I keep saying Yahweh gonna burn them up and we gonna walk over their ashes? Yahweh gonna burn up all you evil people, all you witches and warlocks, all you who are in occults. Yeah, I'm reading it to you. You go back and read it, check it. You ain't got to listen to me. Malachi 4th chapter. He said, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, says your Elohim, Yahweh, Elohim of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root, and root means the beginning and the end of their offsprings, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Look it up. You won't have anybody to replace you, nor be your heir, your inheritance. That's what root and branch mean. But unto you that fear my name, Yahovah, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Asher, I am that I am He, the Most High, the Supreme Being, the God of Adam and Eve, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, surname Jacob, changed to Israel. He said, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings. That's you, Israel. Yahweh gonna put healing in your wings, your arm, your hand. After he clean you up, sprinkle you with water, not with have you drink no blood, eat no cracker for nobody. Cannibalism, rituals. He said he was gonna do it. Give you a new tongue. I keep have to repeat this, keep saying it. Somebody somewhere is waking up to truth. These people tired of lies, tired of going. Yeah, when you first started going, you all excited. I was excited. You didn't mind giving your tithe because you thought you was doing the right thing. You didn't mind certain clothing that you were wearing. Now, in the church now, they wearing pants. They opening up their blouses, showing they girls, wearing splits on the sides, where if they bend across their legs, you could almost see up under their skirts, where you could see if even if they're wearing any underwear or not. Men's coming to church with their shirts all open and wearing their pants so tight where you could see the print of their organ. And these girls, these ladies up in there, they all over them because they handsome and fine, and they the pastor's pet peeve. And you got serious sisters in there who are following laws, and they don't want them because they serious. And these are the ones that Yahweh end up pulling out of the church, molding them and making them like he did me. Humble, that was me. I wouldn't raise up. In the church, you think that's holy ground? There's so much evil folks up in there, jealous folks. You calling them mothers and sisters. And the very ones that you think really love you and care about you is the very one backstabbing you, hating on you. And the moment when you start dressing up and wearing nice clothes and Yahweh start blessing you to look good, all the hate that comes, the traps, and they work just as much witchcraft up in these churches than they do anywhere. That's why you got to stay on your knees up in these churches. And Yahweh will reveal to you which one is doing it to you. But it's nothing you can do because Yahweh said, move out the way. I'm handling this. You ain't got nothing to do with this. This your test. You love me, pass it. And you better believe I go home, I cry, I read the word, I study, I was fasting. I wouldn't let them see my tears. When I go to church, I just have on such a pretty grin. I be smiling. And I walk in thanking Yahweh, just thanking him, thanking him. But at the time, I wasn't calling him Yahweh. I was calling him the other fella, JC. And I was smile. How you doing, sister? Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And I'm loaded with pain in my heart for the way they did me. Every church, when you walk in, they see the glow or the glory of God on you. And God give you favor with the pastor, and they hate it. They don't want God to use you. And when you get in there and God start elevating you over the people that have been in there for years, oh my God. They do everything, try to trip you, hate to see you move up. But the thing about it is, they can't stop your elevation. They couldn't stop my elevation. Just like they're not going to be able to stop yours when Yahweh start growing you up, elevating you, open up your eyes and your ears, and then he start moving you back. I used to sit in the front. The pastor I used to sit in the back of the church. He saw something on me and say, Sister Cowens, I don't want you sitting in the back of the church no more. From now on, you sit in the front. And that's what I did. And then he saw where I would study. I learned how to quote scriptures. I fasted and prayed, and Yahweh put a glow upon me. Then I kept going to everything they had. YPWW, night service, stayed at church. Sunday, sometimes we didn't get out of church until 10, 11, and 1 o'clock. I was there. I fast all the time. And Yahweh elevated me through the pastor. I raised a lot of money in these churches. Then Yahweh began to call me into pastoralship. I went from a minister first. No, from an evangelist first. From an evangelist to a minister. Then from a minister, I've been anointed 4 times as a pastor. 4 times. From 1 time from bishop. 2 times from a bishop. Then from twice pastor who spoke highly of me with a bishop who crowned me. I've been crowned with Bishop Thatch. Any of you all who know Bishop Thatch, they anointed me. Yes, sprinkled water on me. Yes. So, those of you who doubt me, God bless you. God bless you. You have no right over me because I'm a woman. You all don't think a woman's supposed to preach or teach. Men, because they are men, they think they have that kind of authority when you ask me questions and you want to railroad me. When I try to answer you, you shut me down because I have the answer and throw another question at me and won't allow me to answer your question. And I can back it up with the word. I pray that God, Yahweh, open up your eyes. Send angels to deal with you. I mean, really deal with you because you told me you studied. But I did the same thing. But I was studying a myth. I wasn't studying truth. I was studying to be in the gospel, to be a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I am a Hebrew Israelite. I am Israel. I am the daughter of the Most High. Chosen from birth by God. I didn't understand all the stuff that was happening to me when I was young. That's because God had his hands on me. All firstborn men, he said, in Egypt, they took and killed all the firstborn Israelites because they said that Yahweh was going to raise up a prophet to go before Pharaoh and tell Pharaoh that Yahweh said, let his people go. But you all didn't believe that. So he had man to make a movie about it. Those are not the real Hebrew Israelites, but he's showing you with this movie that they made what's going to happen winding up in the end. We got to get out of here first. Miracles took place back then through the dividing of the water, through God hardening Pharaoh's heart with the 10 plagues that fell on Egypt, but it didn't touch Israel because Israel had been crying and praying for a long time. These are the same things going to happen again. You got a little Pharaoh in there now, but the big Pharaoh is coming that's going to put a lot of hurt, not just on Israel, but on their citizens as well. Y'all don't see them wars over there where those peoples are losing their homes, their country, because they want the oil, the minerals, the gold, the silver, whatever is in that country, in that land, they want it, and they trying to take it by force. And those Israelis trying to do the same thing. They want those Muslims, Israelis, want their land. They not Israel. Those are Jewish people, Polish people. They want their land. Y'all don't believe me? Go back and read it. And he said, excuse me, I'm still in Malachi 4. And he said, but unto you that fear my name, Yahweh, Yah, shall the Son of righteousness, that's you, Israel, you're going to be the Messiah. I read it to you. Righteousness means the Messiah. Look it up on your Android. Arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves, as of the stall. Calves are baby animals. You're going to be like babies. But when Yahweh finished with you, chosen, a baby, handsome, pretty. You know, when a baby is born, a baby is pretty. Soft, pretty skin, cute, pretty hair, baby hair. Some of them, even though they come here a certain kind of way, and a lot of people think they ugly, they be like the ugly duckling. But as they grow up, they get fine, they get cute, they get pretty, they turn into a beautiful swan. So you don't doubt a baby because a baby come here looking a certain kind of way. Gotta change that baby to look handsome, beautiful, pretty. And it says, I'm at 3, at the 3rd verse. And ye shall tread down, you Israel. They changed the wordings. Say, and you. It should be, and Israel. And Israel shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes. For the wicked shall be ashes under the soles of Israel's feet in the day that Yahweh shall do this. Nobody knows the day, the time, or the hour. Says Yahweh, your God, your Elohim of hosts. Remember, you, Israel, the law. They lied and said the law was dead, was done away with. This is what this young man tried to tell me today. Because he in that gospel. They said that the law was done away with because nobody couldn't keep it, especially when it came to you brothers uh uh doing circumcision. They said circumcision is of the heart. You liar. That's a promise. That's a covenant agreement between God and Abraham. That's a promise that we would get the land if you all kept the promise. They lied to you, but you also conditioned. You're like a tree now. You're planted with this lie because you done grew up with it. You conditioned with it. But I thank God he caught me. I thank God he pulled me out. I thank Yahweh that he opened up my eyes and ears. I'm not like them anymore. I'm changed. A change. Oh, change has come over me. Yahweh change. He changed me. I'm changed. I'm not the same. And then he said, remember you, Israel, the law of Moses, my servant, which I command unto him in Horeb for all Israel. And all Israel don't even know they Israel at this time. They hooked up in a lie. They eated any and everything. I tried to bring the Leviticus dietary law, but you all still eating all that unclean food. With the statue of judgment. We gonna be judged too. Even though we leaving up out of here going to the wilderness, we still gonna be judged. That's why we gotta pray and plead and ask for forgiveness. He watching over us. He got our heart. All this medicine. I said I feel like a what they call them pigs, a guinea pig, and what they call that thing that they beat with the Spanish people, and the candy come out. Uh, a pinata. I feel like a pinata and a guinea pig. But I pray God would give these doctors the knowledge to treat the citizens and the chosen and the people of Yahweh with the fear to heal them. Because they got to remember they live in this world too, and they going to end up have to see a doctor too one day. Where am I? Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. It's coming. I don't care how you want to pray and ask this day not to come. This is a taste of it that's happening now on the earth. They put a mega bomb in the middle of the ocean, and it moved the earth a little bit, knocked us off the timing, the seasons, the months. They did all this to keep us from keeping the proper day of our new moons, of our holy days, and of our Sabbath day, which is supposed to be sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. And we're supposed to keep it with no cooking, no cleaning, no fat, no sex, no taking care of any kind of business. But should you, because you work for a company that demands your attention, you have to let these people know you keep the law, you keep the Sabbath. You can't do any work until after the sun go down. You don't want to die. I'm gonna run the Sabbath day and let you all see where keeping the Sabbath is a blessing. And when you don't keep the Sabbath, you put a curse on yourself. Now run and tell that. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. And he shall turn the heart, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their father. Meaning, he's going to turn us back to loving one another. All of you who still have fathers in the land of the living. But your heart will be towards the Most High, your spiritual Elohim, Yahweh. We would turn back to loving him, praising him, giving him his glory. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. So you tell me what's happening now. What's happening now? All right. Let me run over here because I'm not going to have time now. Because that young man, I don't know if he the firstborn. I didn't get an opportunity because he wouldn't let me answer questions. He kept throwing questions at me and wouldn't let me answer them. But let me read this, because other words for Exodus, write this down. It means these are things that's going to happen. Withdrawal, leaving, exit, diaspora. We living in a land of diaspora now. But we're going to exodus, withdrawal, leave, exit, diaspora, escape, retreat, fleeing, immigration, migration, departure, escapement, and evacuate. These are the things that Israel is going to go through when it comes time for us to book up out of here. You all get an opportunity, write this down. You can go to Wikipedia, written by a group of individuals connected to the Flavian. You can watch the documentary on YouTube. Write this down. Caesar's Messiah, the Roman conspiracy to invent Jesus, by Joseph Atwill, Atwill. But you got to do your research. You got to see and know for a surety. You got to know. These are professors that are doing this. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Y'all bear with me because I'm trying to find it. And I'm telling you, they say don't believe the hype. We've been believing in a lot of hype that's not real. We've been brainwashed all these years. All these years. Brainwashed in all these lies that they made us believe. Hooked us up with the Pharaoh, the devil himself. Yep. I didn't mean to go this way, but there's a lot of brothers and sisters still hung up in the lie. And I don't know what it's going to take them to believe the truth, because excuse me, you got to remember, all of this extends from years and years and years of believing in a lie. And it extends from slavery. They did so much to our ancestors. God took the power out of their hands. He made us bow down to these wicked people. And it's all because our ancestors was disobedient. Kicked us so far out the land and scattered us everywhere. And then had these German Jewish people, that's what they call themselves, who are Israelis, went over there and took a portion of those people's land over there and called it Israel, and put up a airline over there and called it Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. And there are more cults over there calling themselves Israel, but they not. They Israelis, and some of them are an occult. They worship Satan at the highest of power. Well, you all got to go and see for yourself. Okay, I wanted to start with Nehemiah. Excuse me. Nehemiah, the 13th chapter, starting at the 23rd verse to the 31st verse. I'm going to read a little bit of it, and then I'm going to let you all go and do your studies. And it says, reform in relationships to marriage. 23 to 31st, and it reads on this wise: because our brothers and sisters, they are looking at the enemy's kids, the heathens' kids. They are falling in love and having babies and mixing the bloodline with these people's kids. But this was said all down through the word that you would do this, mix our bloodline. And he told us not to do as the heathens do, even though you're in their land. Told us don't do that. But they beat the crap out of our ancestors where they couldn't pass down from generation to generation to generation the knowledge of our 10 Commandments. So they had to mix the truth with lies. They killed off the prophets. They killed off where we used to go in to teach or speak to those who had authority, like the counselors. They killed them off. And if they saw you burning candles, or if they saw you kneeling down, worshiping your God, they would kill you or beat you half to death. They changed your name. Well, your name used to be a part of Yahweh's name. But my name now in Hebrew is Shemakiah Bat Israel. That's my spiritual name. My heathen name is LANA Lene Cowens. Yes. All right. 22 says, in those days also saw Jews that had married wives of Ashdod. Go look it up. Look it up. These are evil people. And Ammon and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language. That's our language, Hebrew language. But they changed it. They changed our language to Yiddish. I keep telling you all, go to YouTube and put in who changed. How did they make Yiddish? And they break it down and show you how they make the language Yiddish. We don't even speak our correct language. But according to the language of each people, and I contended with them and cursed them and spoke certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by Yah, saying, shall not ye your daughters unto their son, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. They did all of that. The fathers even was having sex with Israel, regardless if they were married or not, because they said that Israel was their property and they could do whatever they want to do with the sons and daughters of Yahweh. Do not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Y'all see that? Yet amongst many nations was there no king like him. It said, they did everything to erase Israel out of the book. Saturday, I was looking at, they got another museum, and I think it's in Alabama, and one of them is in ATL, Atlanta, and they showing what Israel created and made a lot of things. They were surgeons that did the first operation of the mind, of the skull, of the brain, of the heart. They took what Israel did and claimed it for themselves. But yet now Israel want to walk around and act and be like these heathens that's in this land, and Yahweh told us not to. Can't help it if you was born here, because you don't know the ways of the Most High. Nobody kept it. And those that did kept it, they died off. Now some new ones is being raised up, and they trying their best to keep it. Israel got to return back to wearing their garments, head covered. They're afraid of you when you start doing that. Okay. He said, who was beloved of his Yahweh? And Yahweh made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women caused him to sin. Talking about Solomon. All them wives he had, 700, I think it was 7,500 wives, but he let them keep their God, and that's what caused them to fall. He never made them to stop keeping their God instead of schooling them and training them to keep his God. And that's why God was angry with him. Having all them, they were all virgins. He said, who was beloved of his Elohim, and Yahweh made him king over all Israel. Talking about Solomon. Nevertheless, even Solomon did outlandish women caused him to sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our Elohim in marrying strange wives? But you do it because now these men, when they marry these women outside of their race, they are so in love with them that whatever these women want them to do, they do it. They can't keep their God. They can't burn incense and candles. They can't talk about keeping no Passover, new moon, and the New Year's, which is Aviv, April 1st, April 15th, the Passover. We got a lot of holy days coming up. Sukkot. All right. Harvest. The second harvest, the first harvest coming up. Marrying strange wives. And one of the sons of Ja'adah, it looked like that should be Joiadah, the son of Ishlahib, the high priest, was son-in-law to Sanballat, the Horonite, before I chased him from me. Keep doing what you're doing. Time winding up. You who are still in the law and in the word, fasting, please don't stop. Don't turn back. Yeah, this is what that little chimp, that little imp, that little cherub wants you to do. He wants you to forsake God and lift him up. Praise him. Because he called himself trying to beat God. But everybody know in the end who's going to win. Even though in Revelation that has nothing to do with us. But in the end, Revelation tell you who's going to win. Yahweh going to win. He not biting his tongue. Therefore I chased him before me. Remember them, O my Yahweh, because they have defiled the priesthood. So when he said, remember them, he's talking about the priests. They got weak along the way. We get weak along the way. We human beings. It's two parts of us. Like I was telling that brother. I said, the flesh part returns back to earth. The spiritual part returns back to Yah. And before I could finish, she said, oh, you trying to tell me that it's no heaven or no earth? I never said that. What's in the middle of the earth? Y'all see the history channels. The stuff that's in the middle of the earth that's spewed out through the mountains, burn up whole cities and states, countries, cities. What's in the middle of the earth? That when it's spew out, it burns up everything. What would you call that? Remember them, the prophets, oh my Yahweh, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and of Levites. Levites were the priests and they don't have no parts of us. Thus cleanse I them. See how they changed that? It should be, yes, I cleanse the priesthood from all strangers and appointed the wards of the priests and the Levites, everyone in his business, and for the wood offerings at times appointed, and for the first fruit, remember me, oh my Yahweh, for good. Now you see why I pray the way I pray? Because I want Yahweh to remember me. I want him to forgive me. I'm asking for my family as well, because they still rather hold on to the lie. They want to hold on to that gospel. That gospel that's teaching them, nothing wrong with it, but they teaching them more about getting prosperity and wealth than the lifting up and putting up Yahweh. Then they're telling them they're going to be the Messiah. Then they're telling them that there is no such thing as JC, who you all call Jesus Christ. That he is really the son of Satan. Satan, he is called the bright morning. In the back of Revelation, it is called, JC is called the bright and morning star. If you take or remove star off there, what do you have? Bright morning. So you put bright morning with Satan and bright morning with this character who's supposed to be Jesus Christ, and you put it together, what is it? Satan's son, fictional character, son, who is a spirit, because they got you all drinking that blood and eating that cracker, which is supposed to be the body, cannibalism, and the blood of the body. All right. Then he say, and for the wood offering at the time appointed, and for the first fruits, remember me, oh my Elohim, for good. Now the first fruits is all the firstborn son. You are fruit. You came through a fruit. Your mother's womb is her fruit. And you came through that. All right. Now, I'm going to have to read this to you all tomorrow, where it's talking about divorce and mixed marriages. Do y'all hear me? Divorce and mixed marriages. All right. Want you all to say this with me. The creation of Yahweh. Angels mean messenger or agent. You could call on your messenger, your angel, and you could command them or tell them to do things for you, and they are supposed to do it. All right. The holy angels. Now, remember I said the creation of God. Angels mean messenger or agent. The holy angels, the stars, the sun, the moon, and earth, the making of animals, male and females, trees, grass, lakes, rivers, streams, canals, oceans, and ponds and pools and waterfalls, fruits, vegetable, male in the image of God, female. You could also go to Genesis 1 and 1, Genesis 2 and 1. Angels, Job 38, 4 and 7. Psalms 103, verse 20. Psalms 91, 11. Psalms 8, 4 5. You could go there and look it up for yourself. All right. Tomorrow I put in the divorce and mixed marriages. And you want to know why so many of us loving all these folks in from another race of people? Because this was part of Israel's curse. This is part of their curse, to love another race other than their race. I know you all saw Samuel, but Samuel married not a Dananite, but he married another girl out of his race. And he thought that she loved him, and she tricked him because she wanted to know what was the power of his strength. And those guards, or those who had power over her, they told her to find out what his strength was so that they could either kill him or take his strength. She charged him. She charmed him. She was not of Israel. She was of another race. And he fell in love with this other race. And she did everything in her power to get him. She seduced him through drinks and drugs. And she finally got him to trick him into telling him that it was her hair. It was his hair. And she hurried up and went back to tell it to that captain of the army. And they ran in, grabbed him by the hand, and they made her cut his hair. And he lost his power. And God told him not to ever reveal his strength. See how women do out of other races? But that Dananite wouldn't have did that. She wouldn't have told. She would have kept that secret. So look what happened. He ended up losing his life by standing in between two pillars. And he pushed them two pillars. And everybody was up on top of them pillars, came tumbling down. All you got to do is look at the movie. They call him Hercules, but in the Bible is Samson. You see that? All right, brothers and sisters. Know that Yahweh loves you. I'm asking, excuse me. I'm asking that you all pray much for me. Pray much for me. That Yahweh will hear and answer prayer. I know that there is nobody else but him. If you're going to call on somebody, call on a man who could give life, take life, bring life back, and heal you at the same time. There is nobody else like the Most High. You all get an opportunity. You could always go back and listen to Blog Talk Radio. I started in 2010, but in 2010, I'm telling you, I was still a Christian. I crossed over from being a Christian. I think it was around 2007 or 2008 when Yahweh began to deal with me to get my ears and eyes open to the truth and to the law. I keep the law. I'm not perfect. We make mistakes. We do things sometimes that will cause us to keep our heads bowed down to the truth, to praising and worshiping God and asking him to forgive us for all sins, for all of the things that we do. We are not perfect. There are sins we do that we know not that we commit them. We don't know that we commit sins, but certain sins we commit without knowing about it. That's why we got to pray daily and ask him to forgive us. I pray right now that the Most High will bless you all of you all, Israel, with your soulmate all over where Israel has been scattered this year. There's a difference with your soulmate because Yahweh put you together. There's a difference when lust put you together. There is a difference when your spirit binds you together and put you together. But when God put you together, there is a difference. So I pray that this will be a year of ringing out, that Yahweh will bless his sons and daughters in righteous marriage, that Yahweh will bless the virgins to marry the virgins. I pray that Yahweh will intervene and protect the virgins, keep them in the palms of their hand, and move them into areas where they can find each other. Please bless the virgins to find each other, where they will marry each other. Don't let these demons get a hold to the virgins of Yahweh and marry them and mess them up. Especially those who already got children and those who already been married. And then they go and get a virgin and run her down and run her over and then make her into, the Bible say, do not turn the daughters of Zion into whores. Hurt her and make her do evil things. So I'm saying, in my radio show, I used to say, there is no secret what Yah can do. What he has done for others, he will do for you. Regardless what you're going through, keep your faith. Hold on to Yah. Please don't let him go. Yes, This demon is attacking us because he's ticked off. He's utterly mad because he had you first. At least he think he had you first. But Yahweh, he got you. All of this is because of a test. You being tested every day. And the more you pass your tests, you ain't doing nothing but building up stones and crowns, stones in your crown, lifting up yourself in the love and the belief of Yahweh. We not perfect. He already know that. He know we loaded with good and evil and knowledge. But the love of him outweigh the evil that's in us. We got good and evil in us. We can't help that. But the love of Yahweh will sustain us and keep us. Brothers and sisters, today have really been a trying day for me. The enemy did something and thought that he did a great thing by canceling my trip. But then Yahweh didn't let me, I really would have got super mad at that. But Yahweh fixed it where I didn't have to get mad. All I had to do was call up and reschedule both the trip and the appointment. And last night, I'm laying in bed and the strangest thing happened. It seemed like all the things that I've been going through, the tiredness, the slowfulness, not really wanting to do anything last night, it seemed like Yahweh just took some type of burden up off me. I didn't feel as heavy. I was feeling so light. I was doing things and didn't regret it. And I was like, I know somebody somewhere. I don't know who you are, but I know you praying for me. And I want to thank the brothers and sisters who lifted me up and holding me up. Whoa. Woo. I keep telling you all I'm sensitive, but I thank you. I thank you. I need your hey, Barukata. All your prayers. Thank you. That means I love you for praying for me and my family and for Israel and for the earthling, because you're not just praying for me. You're praying for your other brothers and sisters too. I felt your prayers last night. And even though this enemy came in this morning and tried to erupt something, but he didn't do it. God turned around and still blessed. Still gave me a blessing. Then turned around and tried to give me a ticket. I don't even know what the ticket is for when I'm parked in a righteous place, haven't committed any violations. And it's like every time I turn around, something happening. But a prophet said, anytime when the devil mess with you, God is getting ready to bless you. Great blessings is getting ready to fall at your feet. God is getting ready to anoint you mightily and greatly. Then I was watching something on Facebook, and a prophet came and said the same thing last night. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I receive it. I receive all my prophecies from Yahweh. I receive everything that Yahweh getting ready to do on account of favor, favor, favor. And whatever this booger called himself trying to do, I thank Yahweh for sending it back to whoever, because he said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. So I want to say, thank the Most High for moving all this heaviness, this tiredness, me not wanting to do anything. But last night, it was a change in me. And I thank him for your prayers. Thank you, Yah. Thank you for you all burning candles, righteous candles. Candles only indicate that it's just a prayer. Incense only indicate it's just a prayer. So you who are lifting me up, thank you so very, very much. Aniohe Barukata to you, Israel. And may Yahweh richly bless you. Until we meet again, you all have a very rich, a wonderful, and a happy day. May the rest of your day be blessed and filled with love. And may you go and do your research like I've done mine. I want you to know time is of essence and it's winding up. Nobody know the date, the time, or the hour when we're going to have to escape, exodus, get up out of here, up out of dysphoria, because it's coming. They made a movie of it, and Yahweh always does things twice. So to you, there are some of you all who already know we going through spiritual tests. We done been here so many times. We don't even know how many times we done been here repeating the same thing so that we could get up out of here. A lot of folks, hey, a lot of people is saying or contradicting what prophets are saying concerning us being here before. But that's all right. Yahweh sit high, look low, and he is the one who know the beginning, who know the middle, and who know our ends. So whatever you're doing, for righteousness' sake, don't go back. If your eyes is open, don't go back. Keep them open. Because Israel right now is so confused and they believe in a lie. They believe they Christians. They believe they Muslims. They believe they Catholics. They believe they Rastafarians. They believe everything but the way of life. And that's you, Israel. You. So I come before you today to say, may Yahweh richly bless you. May he keep you. And on top of that, I'm asking, share the word. Come with pen and paper and pencil. Take down the scriptures and go back and do your own research. You don't have to listen to me, but just take the scriptures down and go back and reread them, redo them, and see don't Yahweh touch you and bless you the way he did me into opening up your eyes and ears. I didn't have that long to go, but there's a lot of people that's fighting with it because they don't want to let go. They want to keep on holding on to the lie. They want to keep holding on because Satan is blessing them. Yeah. And they want to keep saying that their God is blessing them. At times he does. Because he know if he turn you totally over, that means you're going to go in war with him and start repenting to the right God. And the right God is going to fight your battle because he is a revengeance God. And that revengeance God is going to let Satan know that you no longer belong to him. So God got to wash you and clean you up He got to put on your whole armor. He got to put on your whole gear, your faith, your belief, your strength, your courage. He got to change your heart. He got to fix it where he can go in and penetrate it and put him in there. Take the other fella out and put him in there so he could strengthen that heart. So you could start believing in him and loving him and worshiping him and lifting him up. And the moment when you start doing that, favor comes. And Yahweh pours out his blessing upon you, Israel. There isn't anything that he wouldn't do for you. He our father. He our spouse. Not a spouse that you have sexual intercourse with, but a spouse that is your provider. He provides for us. He take care of us. We're his children. We're his spiritual beings, his earthlings. So you go back and do your own research and know that Yahweh loves you. He take care of us. He's our provider. It's up to you. But for you all who are praying for me, may Yahweh richly bless you. Richly bless you. I don't know who Davis is. Last night, Yahweh was giving me somebody by the name of Davis with a D. And y'all call him Little D. Little D, I don't know who you are. But Yahweh finna create a miracle in your life. He finna do something richly with you. Whatever you into, I don't know what it is, but he finna bring you out and strengthen you and change you into worshiping you, where everybody is gonna see the change in you, from family members to friends to members that you are a part of. And Yahweh got his hand around you and watching you. He said, David with a D, and they call you Little D. So I'm just saying, Yahweh finna richly bless you and lift you up, and he got you in the palm of his hands. Until Yahweh be the glory. To Yahweh be the glory. May he richly bless you, keep you, and watch over you. It could be more than one David. There's a lot of Davids. I don't know which David this is, but it's for you. You know who you are, and Yahweh finna richly bless you. Until we meet again. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, earthlings. And may Yahweh richly bless you. Until we meet again, you all have a very blessed and a wonderful evening. May the holy angels watch over you, protect you, and smile on you, Israel. We thank you. We thank you. We thank each and every one of you for tuning in. You all might not can tune in now. You might have to work, but tune in with me a little later. Keep following me. Hit that subscribe and that thumb stating that you like. In Yahweh's holy name, may he richly, richly, richly bless you. Shalom, Israel. Until we meet again. Thank you for tuning in. And thank each and every one of you for blessing me through prayer. Shalom, shalom.